Hey there, everybody. So I was asked today by one of my clients. They called me, or actually they texted me, and they said, "What's up with my mortgage payment? My mortgage payment went up so much. The escrow payment's off. There's an escrow shortage. I hate this investor. I hate this lender." Well, I hate to tell you that it's not the lender's fault. Basically, here's what happened. But before I get started, I want to make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and make sure you like it. So anyway, yep. I'm still here actually in Thailand. Haven't decided to move yet. I love this place. I love the city. But anyway, let's get back to it. So they had said that their mortgage payment went up. Well, here's basically what's happened. In the United States, because I happen to be reporting again from Thailand, so I want to make sure that my audience gets it. In the United States, in the last couple of years, the appreciation rates have skyrocketed. Real estate's gone up quite a bit. It's actually come down a little bit since then. But basically what's happened is when you have a house and when the value goes up every year, the property taxes get reassessed. So basically what ends up happening is they say, hey, your house is worth $250,000 one year, the next year it's worth $500,000. Well, there's a tax to pay for that, and it's a percentage of the assessed value. So what ends up happening is everyone loves that their house went up in value, even though they didn't realize the gain because they didn't sell their house. But now they actually have to pay more tax on the gain, and they haven't even really gotten the gain. They haven't gotten the benefit of it. Yet one more reason why I love stocks over real estate, but we're not going to get into that debate right now. So that's the thing. So that's what happened. Another thing that could have happened too is the property taxes could have gone up. Not the property taxes, but the the homeowner's insurance could have gone up. The hazard insurance, the homeowner's insurance that you have to have in place when you have a lender on title on your property. And there's many reasons why that went up too. As a matter of fact, one of my employees also owns a insurance agency, and he was telling me just a few months ago how much rates have gone up because of the fact of COVID and because of the chip shortage. It's very hard to replace cars. At least a few months ago, it's very hard to replace cars. Therefore, they have to pay more money for the cars. Therefore, the amount of the value of the cars go up, which means that all the premiums that you have also go up. With your value or your premiums go up on your homeowner's insurance, which are again re-looked at every year, especially with the value of your house. Well, that's what happens. It goes up and you have to pay more money. So what we have is when we started the loan is we have an escrow account. And an escrow account, if you don't know, is basically an account that is set aside so that the lender will have money to pay the taxes and the insurance when these items come due. Now, because not having homeowners insurance and not paying your taxes can affect the lien of the lender who loaned you the money, they want to make sure that you have that you have these paid. Basically, if you don't pay them, they'll put it in place for you and they'll charge you their own. But think about what would happen real quick if a house burns down and you didn't have homeowners insurance on it. There'd be no way to replace the house. There'd be no way to pay back the lender. And if you have property taxes and you don't pay them after a few years based on the state that you're in, I know in Arizona they get what are called tax lien certificates, but basically you could, and this is a very high level or high altitude overviewing comment, what happens is when you have property taxes, and if you don't pay them, they can issue what's called a tax lien certificate. And a really boiled down view is, or way of explaining it is, after a few years, someone can buy that tax lien certificate, and then actually that takes precedence over the mortgage companies or the lender's lien. Therefore, you can effectively buy the house for the amount of the overdue taxes. Now, that doesn't always, go through and happen, but it is a risk, and no one that's loaning out billions of dollars wants to take that kind of risk. So they have to make sure. That's why we have an escrow account. That's why they pay them for you to make sure they get paid so there's no mistakes. And then what ends up happening from there is at the end of the year, if they paid out more money than what they took in from you, they have a shortage. And now they have a year to go back and basically re-ask for all those taxes and insurance to make sure the account is right. Now that means that your mortgage payment goes up, and that's why this particular person actually got quite agitated that that's the case. So this person is actually older, and by older I mean of retirement age, but she still works. And one of the other things I actually proposed to her is if you don't want to ever have to worry about your mortgage payment going up, what you could do is you could always get a reverse mortgage. I know that she has a lot of equity in her home. She's over 62 years old, and she would not have a mortgage payment, at least no obligation to make a mortgage payment. Again, this is a very boiled down version. We're not going to get into reverse mortgages, but it is something that she could do. It is an option. She will still have to pay her taxes and insurance, but she'll be responsible for her own. But if you have $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month mortgage payment now, and you can get it down to $200 between taxes and insurance a month, or whatever the amount is, I'm not being specific, it could, have her save a lot of money, because obviously this is an issue. She didn't want to have a higher mortgage payment. We refinanced her. I think her rate's probably 2.5% right now. So it may make sense for her to actually go ahead and do a reverse. But wrapping up, here's the thing: escrow shortage, taxes and insurance. One of the two could have gone up. If that's the case, we need to go back and we need to basically account for those and recollect them. And with that, your mortgage payment goes up. How we solve that problem? Now you could also go back and you could challenge the taxes. You can go and shop for homeowners insurance, or in her case, you can also get a reverse and eliminate the payment altogether. So, have any questions? Hit the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, that's it. So have a good day, guys, or night. It's nighttime for me, daytime for you, and it really doesn't matter anyway, because this will probably go viral anyway and be seen for years and years to come. And I hope everyone likes it. Have a good day, night, whatever it is.